I'm always delighted to be with Saul News, who's been such a leader in the conservative movement and the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for January 7th, 2022. An op-ed by 60 Plus Chairman James Martin and President Saul states, "Raiding Medicare won't produce postal reform." Congress has a plan to fix the United States Postal Service's well-known financial crisis. The only catch? The plan Congress has hatched up will do little to reform the Postal Service, but will instead saddle Medicare with new liabilities and will exacerbate an already fragile fiscal outlook. Leave it to Congress to attempt to fix one problem by creating an even bigger and unrelated mess. The need for postal reform is clear, and Congress is right to seek to modernize and make reforms to the postal system. The reform proposal Congress has devised, however, is a classic Washington solution: sleight-of-hand accounting tricks and cost shifting, rather than any meaningful cost reductions. The proposal on the table is the Postal Service Reform Act, introduced in both the House and the Senate this past spring. The main reform idea contained in the legislation is to shift more of the USPS's expenses over to taxpayers by removing close to 2 million postal employees and retirees from the Federal Employees Health Benefits Program, or FEHBP. Current Postal Service retirees will have the option to move to Medicare or remain in the FEHBP. The idea that Medicare should now be used as a bailout plan for the Postal Service falls into the same category of robbing Medicare, hoping that no one will notice. We would strongly encourage you to read the full op-ed by clicking on the link in the description below. CNN reports, Illinois lawmaker Bobby Rush's retirement marks 24 Democrats leaving the House. Representative Bobby Rush of Illinois told the Chicago Sun-Times in an interview published Monday that he won't run for a 16th term in the U.S. House of Representatives. He is the 24th House Democrat to announce plans of leaving the chamber at the end of the term. Democrats have seen a wave of recent retirement announcements as they face strong headwinds for retaining their slim majority in both chambers of Congress, and Republicans see President Joe Biden's sagging approval numbers as a winning strategy for the 2022 midterms. Representative Rush is the only politician to defeat Barack Obama in an election. The future president unsuccessfully challenged Rush in the 2000 Democratic primary for Rush's House seat. And finally, the Daily Caller reports, as Pelosi's retirement looms, one clear favorite emerges as a replacement. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has promised that the 117th Congress will be her last term at the top of the House Democratic Caucus, leaving New York Representative Hakeem Jeffries as the front-runner to replace her. As part of a deal with a group of Democrats who opposed her return to the speakership in 2019, Pelosi agreed that she would serve a maximum of 2 more terms in the position. Jeffries is often mentioned as the next head of the caucus. The number 5 Democrat in the House, Jeffries would make history as the first black leader of a party in the lower chamber. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for January the 7th, 2022. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.